Fiscal policy's back. This is actually quite some budget. Last October I thought was quite an important budget. This one really just builds on that. I'll make a couple of points, but this budget really is about finding the economy's limits. First of all, this is a very stimulatory budget. We expected stimulatory. This is very stimulatory. We thought maybe $40 to $50 billion in additional expenditure over the next 5 years. We've got $95 billion or thereabouts, so roughly double. If we look at expenditure as a share of GDP, budget expenditure, aside from last year during the COVID crisis, this is the second highest level ever. Very, very stimulatory. And if we look at what the government's done with the budget deficit numbers, most of the improvement in the budget balances has come from the improved economy. A lot of that's gone out the door through additional expenditure. Very stimulatory budget, quite exciting for us economists. The second issue is the range of policy measures is very broad spectrum. Extending some of the instant asset write-offs for the business sector. There are a few measures in that vein which are designed to deliver growth now. There are efforts to do things around education, around the household sector, around health particularly, and an effort at least to do something about equity and distributional outcomes in the economy. I suspect some commentators won't be entirely happy with the scope, but certainly the government's taken a step in that direction. And the third issue is thinking about the policy stance overall, because of course policy is not just about fiscal policy, it's about monetary policy as well. And if we look at those two together, I can't recall a time where policy settings have been so stimulatory. Maybe 1993, coming out of the last recession in Australia, yes, nearly 30 years ago. But at that point, unemployment was above 10%. Today it's 5.6 and falling very, very quickly. Pre-COVID, I was very worried about secular stagnation in Australia. I think if you're asking policy to try and tackle secular stagnation, you couldn't be asking any more from fiscal and monetary policy in Australia at this point. They're both working very, very hard. I don't think the economy will feel anything like it's suffering from secular stagnation in the next couple of years. I think we'll get continued good economic growth, falling unemployment. I think business investment will come back, and I think you'll find that wages and inflation pick up more quickly than both Treasury and the Reserve Bank are expecting. The bottom line for the economy, I think, is the RBA's rhetoric of not needing rate hikes till 2024. I think financial markets and popular commentary will continue stress testing that view and expecting it earlier than 2024. Thank you.